Hey guys, today is Saturday, March 21st of... Today is Saturday, March 21st of 2020. Welcome to Backstage with Millionaires. I'm Caleb, your host, and today we're going to be talking about some of the latest news that's been happening in India's startup ecosystem over the course of the last week. Now, I know that you're probably sick about hearing about the coronavirus, but that's the first thing that we're going to be talking about. 60 startup founders and investors have come together to urge the government to take quick action in order to stop the spread of the coronavirus. They're asking the government to impose strict lockdowns, as well as Section 144 of the Criminal Code procedure, which prohibits assembly of 3 or more people, and they want this done across the country in major cities for at least the next 2 weeks. These startups have noted that if there's anything that India can learn from the coronavirus situation in Wuhan, China, it's that there are usually 5 to 20 times more undiagnosed cases than there are diagnosed cases. Currently, the number of diagnosed cases in India has already crossed 150. This might seem like a small number and not something worth worrying about when you compare India to other countries like China, Italy, and Iran. However, do keep in mind that in those countries, there was a point when the number of diagnosed cases was only 150 as well. And the petition suggests that the number of undiagnosed cases in India could be anywhere between 600 and 2,500. In other words, the time to act is now, before it's too late. Besides slowing the spread of the virus, these startups also believe that India can significantly bring down the number of cases in the coming weeks by enacting timely measures like imposing Section 144 in a phased manner, strict lockdowns without causing a panic, social distancing, and spreading awareness. While these measures are bound to have financial and social costs, India needs to be well prepared. This can be done by guaranteeing a steady supply of essentials like hand sanitizer and face masks, and scaling up testing infrastructure to keep things from getting out of hand. The people who are supporting this petition include entrepreneurs like Kunal Shah, who's the founder of Cred, Mahendra Sama, one of the co-founders of Redbus, Kunal Bal, one of the founders of Snapdeal, and Abhiraj Singh Bal, one of the co-founders of Urban Company. Besides the people that are behind this petition, there are also a lot of startups that are doing their part to slow the spread of the coronavirus in their own way. For example, with schools being shut down, startups like Byju's, Unacademy, Vedantu, Topper, and Extra Marks have started offering various courses free of cost. Specifically focusing on Byju, students from classes 1 to 12 can access the entire Byju's app free of cost until the end of April. Topper has made its services free for students of classes 5 to 12. Vedantu has partnered with schools in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, and part of Kerala to enable teachers to use its platform to offer live classes to their students. And Unacademy will be conducting free live classes for students across exam categories like UPSC, banking, railways, and others. Moving away from edtech and into food delivery, Zomato's co-founder and CEO Dipinder Goyal took to Twitter to announce that Zomato users can request contactless food delivery using the app. Customers opting for this delivery method will get their food delivered to them outside their door on a clean surface. These customers will receive a photo of their food and they can collect it whenever they want. Now, after you've enjoyed that contactless food, you may feel compelled to burn off those calories with a workout. However, with gyms being shut down, CureFit's CultFit has come up with a great solution: Cult Live. With Cult Live, users will be able to access live classes from real athletes and trainers and also receive real-time feedback on their performance during the session, all from the comfort of their home. These are just a few examples of how Indian startups are making the most of a bad situation by creating unique solutions to serve the needs of their customers without compromising their health and safety. All right, next up we have some news about Oyo, and for the first time in a very long time, it's good news. Oyo has announced that they're offering 600 of their employees the option to liquidate their stocks, which is expected to bring in 200 crores for these employees. This deal is being executed through a secondary acquisition program with the help of one of Oyo's current investors. Now, we don't know which investor that is. However, what we do know is that this deal will benefit both former and current Oyo employees. Dinesh Ramamurthy, the Chief Human Resources Officer at Oyo, has said that this move is in line with Oyo's 2020 vision to create value for their employees along with the organization. Now, I know that Oyo is making it really easy for people to hate on them these days, especially if you're a hotel owner or a customer who has had a negative experience with Oyo in the past. However, I'm personally hoping that this is the beginning of the road to redemption for Oyo and that they can salvage their image as they focus on profitability and sustainable growth. All right, next up in the funding news, but still focusing on Oyo, they've raised $807 million from SoftBank and RA Hospitality Holdings. These funds are part of a $1.5 billion Series F round that Oyo announced back in October of 2019. It's expected that these funds are going to be used to enhance customer experience, improve the experience for partner hotels, and also do a bit of R&D into future products. Now, these funds are a huge relief to Oyo. They've been suffering massive losses for the last couple of months now, which has resulted in them firing over 5,000 employees since the beginning of 2020. And the way that I see it, the reason for these losses is twofold. On the one hand, Oyo essentially flushed their reputation down the toilet by allegedly underserving their customers and also mistreating their hotel partners. And then on the other hand, you have the coronavirus, which is wreaking havoc on the hospitality industry across the globe. So these funds are more of a cushion than anything else, but I think after they've finished raising this $1.5 billion Series F round, they'll be in a little bit more of a comfortable position to tackle their goals of growing sustainably and also becoming profitable. All right, next up in the funding news, digital lending startup Vivri Capital has raised $50 million for its Series B round from LGT Lightstone Espada. With these funds, the startup is looking to expand its balance sheet in order to provide more capital to its clients, and another portion of the funds will be used to strengthen the technology and analytical aspects of its online lending platform. Founded by Gaurav Kumar and Vineet Sukumar in 2017, Vivri Capital provides a single online platform to help corporates, small businesses, and individuals to access financial services efficiently based on their needs. The startup uses its proprietary platform, CrAvenue, to connect investors with small enterprises in need of debt capital. To date, Vivri Capital claims to have facilitated deals worth 25,000 crore rupees from over 2,000 users on its platform. All right, next up in the funding news, microlending startup Smartcoin has raised more than $7 million in its Series A round from investors like LGT Lightstone Espada, Unicorn India Ventures, and Axion Venture Lab. A large part of these funds will be used by the startup to grow its loan book. However, the remaining funds will be used to expand its technology team, strengthen its lending platform, and launch new products for its customers. Founded in 2015 by Rohit Garg, Amit Chandal, Vinay Kumar Singh, and Jayant Upadhyay, Smartcoin offers microloans ranging from 1,000 to 25,000 rupees to people from lower and middle income segments. These loans are provided to their customers through Smartcoin's mobile app, which uses data analytics and machine learning to assess the risk profile of their borrowers. To date, Smartcoin has provided loans worth 400 crore rupees to around 500,000 users. And in the coming year, the startup is hoping to increase their loan amount to 1,500 crores and double their total user base from 5 million to 10 million. And the last piece of funding news that I have for you guys today is that international cricketer and former India captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has made an undisclosed investment in digital ledger startup KhataBook. Apart from making this investment, he'll also become the brand ambassador for the startup. And with his investment, KhataBook is looking to expand its product portfolio and further strengthen its technology capabilities. Founded in 2018, KhataBook is an app that acts as a digital ledger for small businesses to help them manage their business and personal finances. The startup claims to have already onboarded more than 2 crore merchants on its platform across more than 5,000 Indian cities. And in order to help merchants in smaller cities with little to no knowledge of English, the platform supports 11 languages. Over the course of the next 12 months, the startup is aiming to onboard another 2 crore merchants onto its platform. With traditional Indian businesses still using paper to keep track of their finances, there is a lot of potential for a startup to cause a monumental shift in the way that these small merchants carry out their business. And being a celebrated public figure in the country, Mahendra Singh Dhoni will be spreading awareness for KhataBook so that merchant business practices become more efficient and effective here in India. All right, that is all the startup news that I have for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I would love to hear your comments about some of the topics that we talked about today in the comment section of this video. For example, with the coronavirus, I think it's really cool that there are startups who are stepping up to help the public slow the spread of this disease. I didn't mention this earlier in the video, but I wanted to highlight it now. There's a startup called Drink Prime. We covered them on the show a while back, and they were handing out free hand sanitizer earlier this week. So yeah, I think it's really cool to see startups trying to make a difference, whether they're Drink Prime, whether they are companies in the edtech space or the food delivery space or the exercise space. And if you guys know of any other startups that have, taken measures to help people to slow the spread of the coronavirus, let me know what those startups are in a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys about that. And also, I would love it if you could share this video with anybody that you think would be interested in it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Backstage with Millionaires, guys, and I will see you in the next one.